Have you noticed a subtle shift in how you get information online lately? Maybe a slight dip in your website traffic if you're a business owner, leaving you sort of scratching your head, wondering what changed?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are feeling that.
What if I told you there's a massive digital storm gathering, one that's fundamentally reshaping the internet, and it's probably not the one most people are talking about?
That's exactly right. Well, much of the recent chatter and, frankly, anxiety has revolved around these new standalone AI tools like ChatGPT.
Right, that's what everyone's focused on.
Exactly. But the truly seismic shift, the one we really need to pay attention to, is actually happening much closer to home. It's happening within Google itself.
Okay, so what are we talking about specifically?
We're talking about Google's AI mode. And this isn't speculation. Google's own product leadership has confirmed it. It's set to become the default search experience soon.
Wow, default experience, that's huge.
It is. This isn't just some minor algorithm update or a new feature you can ignore. It's a wholesale redefinition of how search works, how information is discovered, and crucially, how businesses like yours connect with customers online. It's a foundational change.
And that's precisely our mission today. This deep dive is all about unpacking what Google's AI mode truly means for your online presence, for your marketing strategy, and yeah, for your bottom line.
We need to explore why this transformation is happening right now.
And most importantly, we're going to give you a clear, actionable framework, a way you can navigate this, maybe even thrive in this rapidly evolving digital landscape.
Right. This isn't about just watching the change happen.
No, it's about proactively preparing for it, starting right now, to ensure your business actually stays visible and relevant.
Absolutely. And to kick things off, let's immediately tackle a common and honestly quite dangerous myth that's been making the rounds.
Okay, what's that?
It's the narrative that generative AI tools like ChatGPT are simply stealing your traffic.
Right, I hear that all the time. ChatGPT is killing my website.
Exactly. And it's an easy conclusion to jump to when you see these powerful AI interfaces. But there was a fascinating study from SEMrush titled ChatGPT is not replacing Google, it's expanding search.
Expanding search. Okay, that sounds counterintuitive.
It does, but it's incredibly important to grasp. They found that for many users, ChatGPT usage isn't a direct replacement for Google at all. It's often additive.
Additive, that's a huge distinction,
Yeah.
especially if you're worried about your organic reach. So it's not like a zero-sum game. If someone uses ChatGPT, they aren't automatically not on Google.
Exactly. It's not one or the other necessarily.
So can you unpack what that additive behavior actually looks like? How are people really using these tools together?
Well, think about it this way. Users often turn to ChatGPT for different stages of their information discovery.
Okay.
Like someone might use it to brainstorm ideas for a new project, maybe explore a really complex topic from different angles, or even just refine a super niche query.
So like, give me 5 taglines for my new coffee shop.
Precisely. ChatGPT gives you that quick, synthesized starting point, a burst of creative ideas. But then to validate those ideas or find actual suppliers for coffee beans or look up specific examples of successful coffee shop marketing, where do they usually go?
Back to Google, I guess.
Often, yeah. Straight to Google for the detailed research, the verification.
So ChatGPT is the spark, maybe? And Google is the library for digging deeper.
That's one way it works. Or the reverse can happen too. They might use Google first to identify a problem my computer is slow. Then they go to ChatGPT to generate a list of potential fixes. And then,
Back to Google again to research those specific fixes, find tutorials, check reviews for software.
exactly. The SEMrush study actually showed that AI chat usage often precedes a Google search about 27% of the time, and it follows a Google search about 31% of the time.
Interesting. So it's really woven into the process for a lot of people.
It's expanding their overall information-seeking behavior, opening new doors for discovery, not just closing the old ones. And reframing it like this is vital. Because it means the real disruption isn't some competitor stealing users away to a totally different place.
Okay, so if ChatGPT isn't the main villain stealing traffic,
Yeah.
then what is the core challenge we need to focus on?
It's that fundamental transformation happening within Google itself. Google is shifting from being just, a traditional search engine, giving you that list of blue links.
The 10 blue links we've obsessed over for decades.
Exactly. It's shifting from that into becoming an answer engine.
An answer engine.
Yeah,
With those AI overviews we're starting to see.
precisely. Those direct, synthesized answers appearing right at the top of the results page. That fundamentally changes how users discover information, how they evaluate products, how how they find businesses like yours.
Because the AI is doing the initial summary, the initial heavy lifting for the user. They might not even need to click.
That's the core of it. And this isn't some distant theoretical threat we can't just watch from the sidelines.
Right.
This rollout of AI-powered search is active. It's ongoing. It's expanding rapidly. So if your whole acquisition strategy has been heavily reliant on what we might call old school organic search,
Meaning ranking for keywords, getting clicks on those blue links.
yes. If that's been your foundation, well, that foundation is quite literally cracking. The paths to visibility are changing under our feet.
So the time to adapt isn't next year or even next quarter.
It's right now. The shift is already happening.
Okay, let's unpack this critical shift then.
Correct.
The first and arguably most foundational piece is rethinking your entire content strategy.
Absolutely.
And here's where it gets, well, really interesting and maybe a bit mind-bending for marketers. Your content now has to serve two masters. We're not just writing for the human buyer anymore.
That's exactly it. You've hit on the core challenge and the core opportunity. On one hand, you still have your ideal human buyer, your actual customer. They need to be informed, persuaded, feel connected, all the things we know.
Right, the traditional goals.
But on the other hand, you now have the AI agent, that intelligent layer, whether it's Google's AI overview or maybe a dedicated AI assistant someone's using, or an AI research tool.
Okay, this AI agent.
It acts as their tireless guide. It's summarizing, comparing, analyzing, even helping the human make decisions, often before they even click through to your site.
Wow, before they even land on our page.
Right, which means every single page, every piece of content needs to be looked at through what we're calling an AI readiness lens. It has to work for both human understanding and AI ingestion simultaneously.
That's a huge mental shift. Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we optimize for both a person and a machine? You mentioned a blueprint.
That's right. To help structure this new approach, there's a really fantastic actionable blueprint called the CLEAR framework.
Clear. Okay, an acronym.
Yep. It's designed to make your content not just discoverable like in the old days, but truly answerable in this new AI world. It ensures your content is robust enough for both of those masters.
Let's break it down.
C is for credibility and clarity.
Okay, for us humans, credibility and clarity seem fairly intuitive. It's about trust, right? Having compelling social proof testimonials, case studies that resonate, and a value proposition that's jargon-free, easy to grasp, addresses our pain points directly. Clear, honest communication builds that connection.
Exactly. We know that part. But for AI, credibility and clarity take on a slightly different, maybe more technical form, but it's just as vital.
How so?
AI agents are relentlessly looking for verifiable data points. Think about structured schema.
Okay, that behind-the-scenes code.
Right. It's often invisible to the casual visitor, but AI loves it. It's like giving the AI a perfectly indexed library card catalog.
So instead of just texting, we're a restaurant on Main Street, Schema tells the AI precisely. This is a restaurant entity, name is Joe's Diner, address is a 123 Maintain, cuisine is American, rating is 4.5 stars.
Exactly that level of detail. It stops the AI from having to guess or infer, which is where you get those inaccurate summaries or, AI hallucinations.
Got it. So structure prevents ambiguity for the machine.
Precisely. And it's also about consistent terminology. Does your website call your main products the X1000, while all the industry reviews call it the Xylos 1000?
That could confuse the AI trying to connect the dots.
Absolutely. Consistency across your own stuff and how the wider web talks about you builds huge credibility for the AI. It's fascinating, really. The AI pushes us to be even more rigorous with our data, more consistent, like a super discerning librarian checking every single reference.
That paints a really clear picture. Okay, so structured, verifiable credibility. Next up is L.
L is for leverage and logic.
Okay. For humans, this feels like it's about understanding the value. How does your solution actually fit my problem? What tangible benefits will I really get? Does it just make sense? We need compelling arguments.
We do. We need to see how our lives or businesses will genuinely improve.
But
for AI, leverage and logic become incredibly precise and data-driven. While we respond to compelling arguments, AI agents are hyper-skilled at extracting quantifiable results.
Numbers again.
Yes. Metrics, percentages, before and after outcomes in your case studies. Clear, provable statements of impact. If your content just says, our software boosts efficiency, that's too vague for an AI. It needs, our software boosts efficiency by 30% for companies in the logistics sector, reducing operational costs by an average of $5,000 per month. Specificity.
Right. Not just a benefit, but the benefit, quantified.
Precisely. And the AI will also meticulously analyze technical specs for compatibility. Does your software integrate with System X? Does your service meet ISO 27000 E1 compliance?
It's checking the logical fit based on objective data points.
Exactly. Think of the AI as that hyper-efficient, maybe even skeptical research assistant. It doesn't care about marketing fluff. It wants demonstrable proof, logical consistency, hard data.
So if my case study says company X saved a lot of money,
The AI sees that as vague, unhelpful. But if it says, Company X saved 25% on cloud spend in 6 months using our platform, validated by their quarterly report, that's gold for an AI. Explicit evidence.
okay, data, not just claims. Makes sense. Next is E.
E is for evidence and emotion.
Now for humans, emotion is key, right? We connect with stories, with a company's purpose, its values. And we definitely need that social proof, like authentic testimonials, to feel confident.
Absolutely. Those elements build a deeper connection than just specs.
But AI, does AI care about emotion?
It can analyze sentiment, but it primarily prioritizes hard data from reports and meticulous analysis of feedback. Yes, it performs sentiment analysis on reviews,
What it's looking for.
patterns, consistency across many reviews,
Yeah.
verifiable positive experiences that contain specific details. It's not just about having reviews, but ensuring their accuracy, relevance, and overall positive sentiment backed by specifics.
So an AI can tell the difference between a generic, great product and something like, the support team solved my issue in 10 minutes, saving my project deadline.
Exactly. It's looking for that authentic, specific evidence within the feedback, not just the star rating. So actually encouraging your customers to leave detailed, specific feedback becomes really important.
That's a sophisticated level of analysis. Okay, on to A in clear.
A is for alignment and accessibility.
For humans, when we're considering, say, a long-term partnership, we look at company vision, values alignment, cultural fit, and crucially, easy access to support resources, FAQs, contact info, clear service agreements. It's reassuring.
It absolutely is. It tells us about the post-purchase experience.
And for AI, what does alignment and accessibility mean to a machine?
For AI, it means very structured and transparent information. The AI needs structured data on support plans, clear service level agreements, SLAs, detailed documentation, unambiguous post-purchase expectations.
So clarity about what happens after the sale.
Yes. And here's a critical point many businesses miss. Don't hide your knowledge base.
Really, why is that so important?
Your FAQs, help articles, detailed guides, troubleshooting sections. These are incredibly rich, invaluable data sources for AI.
So the AI can use that to answer questions directly.
Precisely. An AI agent can potentially use your well-structured knowledge base to answer complex support queries or provide detailed product info directly to users, maybe without them even needing to visit your site or talk to a human agent.
Wow, okay, so making that information accessible and structured is key.
Absolutely. The more accessible, comprehensive, and structured it is, the better the AI can serve the human buyer using your authoritative content.
That's a powerful incentive to really beef up and organize those knowledge bases. Okay, finally, R.
R is for responsiveness and relevance.
For humans, responsiveness feels personal. Personalized answers to my specific pain points, feeling heard, getting direct solutions to my unique needs, content that feels like it was made just for me.
Exactly. We want that personalized touch.
And for AI, how does it judge relevance?
For AI, relevance is evaluated through meticulous content segmentation, precise tagging, and strategically used keywords, and importantly, semantic relationships.
So it's about organization again.
Very much so. This helps the AI match your content to its deep understanding of the user's immediate need and their broader context. It's about organizing your content so precisely that the AI can instantly figure out which parts are most relevant to a specific query.
So this isn't just old school keyword stuffing.
No, definitely not. It's about a logical, comprehensive information architecture that truly reflects the nuances of your customer's journey, their specific questions, maybe even their industry or role.
So if I have a big white paper, I should tag it not just by topic, but by target industry, job role, problem solved.
Ideally, yes. Breaking down content into these granular, well-labeled pieces is essential. Think of each section, maybe even each paragraph, as a potential answer block for an AI.
So the AI can pull out just the specific snippet needed.
Exactly. Rather than just pointing to a whole broad article, it means creating content with both breadth and depth, but organizing it meticulously. So what does this all mean for you? The clear framework ensures your content isn't just discoverable, It's truly answerable by these AI agents. It's your blueprint for future-proofing.
That's a fantastic breakdown, making content AI ready. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, AI's influence goes way beyond just search results or content structure.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just observing the buyer's journey, it's becoming an active participant, almost like a co-pilot at every stage.
That's a great way to put it. An active participant, which means our traditional linear marketing funnels, they need a serious rethink. AI's influence touches everything.
Okay, so how is the buyer's journey, that classic awareness consideration decision model, actually changing with AI in the mix? Let's start with awareness.
Right, the awareness stage. Typically where a buyer first realizes they have a problem or need and starts looking for general info.
In the past, that might have been a broad Google search, finding a blog post, maybe seeing an ad. Pretty
Yeah.
simple.
But now it's fundamentally different. AI's role here is to rapidly summarize trends, identify solution categories, synthesize broad information, presenting the human with a concise overview up front.
So instead of me reading 10 articles about, say, challenges in remote work, the AI overview might just list the top 3 challenges right there.
Exactly. Or it might present a completely new type of solution category I hadn't even considered. It cuts through a huge amount of noise.
And what does that mean for our content strategy at that stage?
It means your brand's presence needs to be felt across a much wider array of channels, not just one or two. Because AI is aggregating information from everywhere: blogs, news sites, forums, social media, specialized publications.
So if you're not broadly available or your content isn't structured to be easily digestible by AI across those channels,
You risk being completely absent from that initial AI-driven summary, that first filter, which leads us right into the consideration stage.
right, where buyers are actively exploring options, evaluating solutions in more detail, how does AI change this part?
This is where AI truly excels. It acts like that hyper-efficient research assistant we talked about. It can compare features side by side, aggregate reviews from all over the web into one summary, synthesize detailed info from tons of sources, faster than any human ever could.
Wow. Imagine asking, compare the top 5 project management tools for small teams based on features, price, and user reviews.
And getting a detailed comparison in seconds, that's the power. So what this means for your content strategy is profound.
Your solution pages, product descriptions, case studies.
They're no longer just marketing assets for humans to scan. They are data sources for AI analysis. They must be rich with concrete evidence, logical flows, quantifiable results tying right back to that clear framework.
Because if the AI can't easily extract verifiable data points,
Your solution simply won't be represented as effectively in those AI-generated comparisons. You might get overlooked entirely, even if you're a great fit.
that really puts pressure on specificity and structure.
Ugh.
Okay, finally, the decision stage. Buyers finalizing their choice, ready to purchase. What's AI doing here?
By the decision stage, the buyer's probably down to 2 or 3 final choices. Here, AI acts almost like a final layer of due diligence.
How so?
It can rapidly summarize complex terms and conditions from contracts, highlight key differences in proposals, maybe even help the buyer articulate their final selection criteria based on all the data it gathered earlier. It streamlines those last critical research steps.
Helping the buyer feel confident they didn't miss anything important.
Exactly.
So if AI has done all the heavy lifting on data comparison, specs, reviews,
Yeah.
even summarizing contracts, what's left for us? Where does the human connection fit in at that final moment?
That is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And it fundamentally shifts your strategy. Because AI excels at data crunching and objective comparison, your focus must pivot to building trust where the AI cannot,
Meaning,
emphasizing the uniquely human elements, the genuine empathetic connection from a salesperson, the transparency of your pricing, no hidden fees and AI might flag as ambiguous, truly responsive, personalized sales and support interactions.
these become the key differentiators.
Absolutely. The AI can compare features, but it can't build a relationship. It can't offer bespoke reassurance tailored to a human's emotional state. It can't understand those nuanced, unstated fears a buyer might have about a big investment.
So our human touch, our brand's purpose, our commitment, those become paramount.
They become your ultimate competitive advantage. In a world dissected by AI, leaning into our humanity, focusing on trust and relationship. That's critical.
How do we actually cultivate that genuine connection, though? Especially when AI has done so much pre-vetting. It feels like the new frontier is optimizing for machines and deeply connecting with the human.
Precisely. And mastering this new journey needs more than just a checklist. It demands an agile operational model built for continuous omnichannel execution. This is where something like loop marketing comes in.
Loop marketing. Okay, so it's not just a buzzword, it's a strategic framework for this reality.
Exactly. It's a four-stage framework designed specifically to replace that old linear funnel with a dynamic learning cycle. It combines human authenticity with AI's efficiency. Think of it as the execution layer on top of the buyer's journey we just discussed, a continuous feedback mechanism.
Interesting. A learning cycle. Okay, let's dive into these stages. Stage 1 is...
Stage 1. Express weight. Define your authentic voice.
This sounds foundational. You can't really use AI effectively without this, can you?
You absolutely cannot. This is maybe the most critical first step. Before leveraging AI for content, you must establish your unique brand identity. What's your distinct taste, your tone, your point of view, your non-negotiables?
Why is that so crucial for AI?
Because this foundation ensures that any AI-generated content, which will draw from your existing stuff, is authentic to your brand, not just generic homogenized output. If you don't define your voice, AI will just give you a bland average. You'll sound like everyone else.
So the actionable step is...
Meticulously review and refactor your top-performing content. Ensure it speaks directly and distinctly to your ideal client avatar, ICA, in your newly established authentic voice. It's not just what you say, but how you say it, infused with your personality.
Makes perfect sense. Without a clear identity, AI can't represent you. Okay, stage 2.
Stage 2. Tailor personalized messaging at scale.
This feels like where AI really starts to shine, enabling personalization that wasn't possible before.
It absolutely does. With your defined voice in place, you can then weaponize your FAQs, as they say, and all your content. Combine AI with unified customer data from your CRM, website analytics, sales calls, social media.
To do what exactly?
To make every interaction incredibly personal and relevant.
Yeah.
Imagine, instead of a generic "about us," AI adapts it slightly based on whether the user is a small business owner versus an enterprise CEO, highlighting different case studies or value points.
Or if someone keeps looking at pricing.
AI might dynamically surface an FAQ answer about ROI calculations instead of just general features.
So if I have an article on data security, AI could tailor it for healthcare to emphasize APA versus for finance, focusing on SEC rules.
Precisely. Perfect example. You're not writing 100 articles. You're leveraging your core content and using AI to intelligently adapt and present it, making it hyper-relevant to that user's context, their industry, role, stage in the journey.
Making every prospect feel understood.
That's the goal. AI lets you do this at scale, making sure your message resonates.
Incredible. Okay, voice defined, messaging tailored. Stage 3.
Stage 3. Amplify, diversify your reach.
Getting that tailored message out there. But the world feels more fragmented now.
It is, and that's the challenge. Your message has to meet buyers where they are, and that's increasingly on platforms like Reddit, TikTok, LinkedIn, industry forums, and critically, within those AI answer engines themselves.
Amplify is about
Intelligently remixing your core ideas into multiple formats native to these diverse channels. That in-depth AEO optimized article might become a short vertical video for social, infographics, bullet points for an AI summary.
maximizing visibility everywhere your ICA might be.
Exactly.
Now, the common question, especially for B2B, do we have to be on TikTok now?
That's a valid concern. The answer is not necessarily. The principle is be strategically wherever your ideal client avatar is.
Okay.
For some, that might be TikTok or Reddit. For others, it might be industry forums, LinkedIn, specialized blogs, trade publications, private communities. The key is understanding your audience's ecosystem.
And then disseminating content in formats native to those channels.
Correct. Optimize for both human consumption and AI ingestion within those specific contexts. Be smart and targeted, not just everywhere.
Great clarification. Strategic presence. Okay, finally, stage 4.
Stage 4, evolve, iterate in real time. This closes the loop.
The engine for continuous improvement.
It is, and it's revolutionary. It leverages AI to measure, predict, and adapt your strategies in real time. No more waiting months to analyze a campaign.
How fast are we talking?
AI can analyze performance, identify bottlenecks, suggest optimizations, often in days. This lets you make data-driven changes almost immediately.
So each cycle, express, tailor, amplify, evolve, makes the next one smarter.
Exactly. It creates a dynamic system of continuous improvement, keeps you agile and relevant. And honestly, a unified platform like HubSpot with integrated CRM, CMS, analytics, that's crucial for executing this efficiently. It connects all the dots.
That brings us to the path forward, the practical realities.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really sounds like the game has fundamentally changed.
It has, irrevocably. The reality every leader, marketer, salesperson needs to internalize, every buying committee now consists of a human and their AI agent assistant.
That AI agent acting as a filter.
Right. Cutting through the noise we sometimes created with old SEO tactics, dense copy, keyword stuffing, the AI prioritizes clarity, authority, verifiable answers for the human. It's a new dynamic.
So what does this mean for SEO as we know it? Is all that investment worthless now?
Not worthless, but it absolutely must evolve. Traditional SEO focused on ranking in that list of blue links, getting the click, but AEO, answer engine optimization, is deeper. It's making your content so clear, authoritative, helpful, structured, that AI models choose it as the basis for the direct answers they give.
It's about being the source of truth, not just a source.
Exact.
If you give a practical example, like for best CRM for small business.
Sure, old SEO. Rank your page #1 for that term, AEO. Optimize that page. So when someone asks Google, which CRM integrates best with QuickBooks for a small team? Google's AI overview uses your content to synthesize its direct answer. It quotes you, essentially.
Because your content provided the clearest, most factual answer.
Precisely. You become the trusted data source. And importantly, good SEO practices, site speed, structured data, quality content, they're still the foundation for AEO. You need good SEO, but AEO takes it further into clarity and answerability for AI.
Okay, of a profound evolution, not abandonment. Got it.
Yeah.
So for someone listening, feeling overwhelmed, what's the very first practical step? Like, what should they do tomorrow?
Easiest first step, identify your top 5, 10 performing pages by traffic, conversions, whatever matters most.
Okay. Then start refactoring them. Make them hyper-focused on your ideal client avatar. Think deeply. What are their specific questions, their pain points? What do they truly need from this page?
And critically,
Add a robust FAQ section to each. Answer the most pressing, nuanced questions that avatar has. Those FAQs are gold for humans and AI.
this sounds like it could impact content budgets. Are we just reallocating or talking increased costs?
Your budget strategy will likely shift. And yes, in many cases, it might need an increase, at least initially. You'll update existing stuff, sure. But the bigger opportunity, the necessity, is creating more hyper-specific, authoritative content for each distinct ICA.
Not just generic blog posts?
No, a deep library of ultra-relevant articles, guides, tools addressing niche pain points. This makes it easy for LLMs to reference you as an authority on specific queries. You're building a trusted content library for AI.
And how do we measure success now? If it's not just organic traffic, what are the new ROI metrics?
Metrics definitely shift. Organic traffic is still a baseline, but you'll want to track AI share of voice.
How often your brand, products, info gets mentioned or sourced in AI responses? Also, conversion rates from more qualified traffic because AI does the initial vetting.
So the leads should be better quality.
Potentially, yes. And then there's loop velocity, the speed your team can iterate and improve using that evolved stage of loop marketing. These give a more holistic picture.
This also sounds like it needs different skills on the marketing team.
Absolutely. Teams need to be more analytical, strategic, adaptable. Data analysis skills are paramount understanding user and AI needs. Content strategy shifts to creating these deep, structured, authoritative resources.
In-channel management.
Crucial for executing that omnichannel approach effectively. Distributing content strategically across all the relevant platforms, it's a more integrated, data-driven approach.
Okay, this raises a huge question for leaders. What's the single biggest mistake a CEO can make in this transition?
Waiting. Without a shadow of a doubt, the biggest mistake is waiting. This isn't a future problem. The shift is happening right now. Companies that delay, that cling to old SEO paradigms, they'll become invisible to buyers using AI for discovery. The longer you wait, the harder and more expensive it is to catch up. Procrastination is a path to irrelevance here.
So if a business truly does nothing, sticks with their current strategy, what's the likely outcome in, say, the next year or two?
A gradual but accelerating decline in organic visibility. A drop in traffic.
Yeah.
Fewer qualified leads. Your brand will simply be absent from the AI answers where discovery increasingly starts. You become invisible early in the buyer's journey. You won't even be on the AI's radar.
Ouch. Okay, final question many listeners might have. My marketing agency hasn't mentioned any of this. Should I be concerned?
It's a really important conversation to have. You should absolutely initiate it if they haven't.
Is it just too new, maybe?
It is new and complex, and yes, many agencies are still developing their AEO strategies. However, your agency should be proactively discussing their plan for this evolution with you.
So if they haven't brought up answer engine optimization, or the clear framework, or how content needs to change.
You absolutely should be concerned. It's a crucial indicator. Are they proactively looking out for your long-term growth and staying ahead of the curve, or just maintaining the status quo? Your future visibility depends on it.
Wow, that was a truly insightful and, yeah, vital deep dive. So to recap, Google's AI mode isn't just coming, it's here, reshaping everything. It demands a new approach.
That clear framework is your blueprint for content that's human-friendly and AI answerable.
We've reimagined the buyer's journey with AI as an active participant.
And we outline the loop marketing playbook, that agile model for continuous omnichannel execution, always evolving.
There's a lot to digest, we know. It can feel overwhelming.
But the good news, you're not starting from scratch. If you've been doing good, ethical SEO, quality content, technical soundness,
Yeah.
you've taken essential first steps.
So the next step is
Obsess even more specifically over your buyer. Understand their needs and how their AI assistant perceives your brand. Deepen that customer empathy and anticipate how AI mediates the relationship.
we really encourage you listening now, take this advice. Audit your own website with this AI readiness lens. Ask yourself, page by page,
If a prospect or an AI agent landed here, would it give them everything they need, clearly, authoritatively, to move forward?
and here's where it gets really interesting for you to consider, a final thought to mull over.
In a world where AI gives immediate synthesized answers, cuts through noise, compares data, how does your brand go beyond just being a source of truth?
How do you become an indispensable, trusted partner for the human buyer?
How do you cultivate that genuine connection, that emotional resonance, that unique value that AI, for all its power, simply cannot replicate?
That's the ultimate challenge.
Yeah.
And maybe the ultimate opportunity.
So do you think that content format was interesting? One of the amazing things these days is that you can leverage AI to generate these types of experiences with relatively low effort. So everything that you just heard was a overall podcast episode created by Notebook LM, but from the content of this article right here. So the link will be in the comments or the description, depending on where you're seeing this video. At Impulse Creative, we are an AI-enabled go-to-market agency that's here to help you navigate these challenges. There's a lot of change. Sometimes it feels like you're not going to be able to take care of it all, but we're here to help you out. And if you're interested, please reach out to impulsecreative.com and just click book a meeting, and we can have some conversations about how to help you with your goals.